$100, you should see it in Canadian funds. It's $89 for a new game here. $89. It's $100 after tax for a fucking game. $100 after tax for a Nintendo game. I'm not even kidding. One game is 100 Canadian. That is fucking ridiculous. That is horrible. Who are games even for, man? Like, how much? You make $100 to buy one game? Better be playing the fuck out of that game. Nintendo is very expensive. I don't know why. Is it just their whole thing with, like, it's so exclusive type of deal? I don't really understand. I mean, Games Workshop's expensive. I buy GW stuff. Like, GW is as expensive as Nintendo, but I value that highly compared to video games. I think buying games, for me, not worth the money. Very specific ones, sure, but I'm not the guy who goes out and buys like 10 games. I think that's fucking pointless. I'd rather... Well, I don't know who buys 10 games at once, I'm just saying. I guess some game addicts. But Nintendo, bro, their titles, it's fucking expensive, man. So expensive. You really not die? That's so sad. Funny thing is, you didn't even do anything to kill me. Oh well. Let's go old school and just sit AFK and CS. Good D-ring. Does this thing give me mana back per kill? Only if I hit them? Oh. I would say weed is worse than games, bro. If you're buying weed, I'd say that's worse than buying a game. You get no value out of that, in my opinion. Same thing with alcohol. Any like consumable. I don't know, man. I mean, whatever you're fucking having fun with, be happy with it. I guess whatever makes you, whatever you have fun with, I guess is worth it. But I don't know. It is what it is. You get a lot of value out of cocaine, I guess. But when it's gone, it's gone. At least if you bought like a $90 game, you'd still have it. Type of deal. He's just gonna cut me off. I'm just gonna go back. Akshan's here. I'm probably dead. Oh, and he flashed. Damn. Oh well. Go AP. I mean, you don't buy a bunch of weed. Like, I'm sure you don't. Well, I don't know how much you spend on that shit, but like, again, buying a new game, $100. For buying, how much are Nintendo games compared to regular games? Like $10 more? When I was buying games religiously, I think they were like $59.99. And of course, I mean, that's inflation and all this shit today. It's obviously more, but I think on average, a game is like, what, $70? And then Nintendo makes it $10 more, I believe. Oh well. I don't really care, man. I should probably just not play League. I don't really have fun. Like, winning or losing, I have no, like, interest in touching this game. Just not fun. I have no drive. I don't want Challenger. I don't want Masters. I don't want anything with this game. It's just boring. Super boring. I've already been Challenger, bro. Like, this game doesn't... It's not exciting. It's just like, I've done everything there is to play this game. There's nothing else to play, honestly. All the games I want to play aren't even out yet. I can't play them. That's the problem. There's nothing to quit for. There's no other games to play. Like, I'm waiting for Street Fighter 6. That's the big one. Outlast Trials. Nah, probably not, brother. I want to play Street Fighter 6. I want to play Space Marine 2. I want to play the fucking game tomorrow I'm going to download and try out and see how good that is. But the problem is, the games I like are so niche. There's not, like... There's just nothing... Like, Street Fighter 6 is probably the most popular game that I'd be playing. And even then, it's a fighting game. It's still kind of niche. No, I have no interest in those. No interest. Is the Aliens... When does Aliens Dark Descent come out? Do you know? You said it was next month? That would be interesting. I mean, I do want to play that game. It's in June? Okay. That looks pretty fun. It looks different. I thought it would be co-op, but it's not co-op, apparently. June 20th. Really? I could play that in Toronto. I'm going back to Toronto around June 20th. I could turn Facecam on, bust out my fucking Colonial Marine cosplay, and play that shit. But that's a little weird. I can't even flash. My scroll didn't work. The fuck? Flash, motherfucker, flash. Ark Survival? Nah. Darktide was kind of boring. I don't know. I played a lot of it. I think initially Darktide was fun. And then the problem with Darktide is that once you've done everything, there's no point in loading up the game again. And you could complete, in my opinion, completing a game is doing it on the hardest difficulty. Right? Unless you're someone who wants challenges, like to make up challenges, like I guess that can give longevity to things. You know, like as an example in League, you can say like, oh, I want to get Grandmasters only playing TF or something, right? That's a challenge. Like, if you've played everything and done everything, you hit Challenger, like, okay, you could do that. But with Darktide, like, you play it on the hardest difficulty, and once you're done that, there's kind of nothing else to do, right? Like, what do you do once you've beaten Darktide on the hardest difficulty? What is there to do? Fuck. Souls-likes? Nah. What's an old platformer? Name me an old platformer game. Mario. Oh, those? I mean, like, sure. But, I mean, not really. Not my thing. Crash Bandicoot. I heard the Crash Bandicoot... Was it the Crash Bandicoot guy? The voice actor, I think, passed away recently. It was something like that. It must have been something, because he was 60. Yeah, the voice actor for Crash Bandicoot was 60, and he passed away. I think it was like 2 days ago. Well, I don't know how new MK is going to be, but, like... They teased the new Mortal Kombat, and they showed it going back in time, or skipping. They showed it skipping through time. I don't know what it's supposed to be. Like, I don't know what to expect with new MK. And to be honest, I was never really a big Street Fighter fan, but here's the thing. Street Fighter 6, they have shown so much content. Mortal Kombat has shown nothing. We don't know anything about MK. You know, they keep this shit secret for so long, right? And I think after they had seen Street Fighter 6 announce all this stuff, I think they went back and kind of, like, maybe wanted to change a few things. Oh, well. PS Showcase. Well... Okay, you know what really triggers me, though, is for some reason, why is Street Fighter the only game... Well, I don't know, there might be others, I'm unaware, but Street Fighter is the only game, usually the games, that have cross-platform. Wait, other games should have cross-platform too, right? I think if I remember correctly, Mortal Kombat was the only one, and Injustice, that don't have cross-platform. How do you expect fighting games to thrive without cross-platform? Because once you... typically, the way fighting games worked was that PlayStation was always the most populated. Always. Whenever there was a multiple release PC, PlayStation, Xbox, whatever it is, PlayStation is the king. If you want to play a fighting game, you play it on PC, or on PlayStation 3, right? But Street Fighter just has cross-platform. And you don't need, you know, different populations on different consoles. So, I don't know how that works, man. Like, fighting games, you need everyone to fight everyone. You can't just be like, okay, PlayStation fans, you're against each other, Xbox, you're against each other, blah, 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 blah. Like, fighting games are already in that weird niche that... They can be extremely popular, but, like, in my opinion, they're, like, right below that. I don't know, man. Just make them cross-platform. Helps it in the long run, too, because if things don't have cross-platform in the long run, again, you're going to have one set that's, like, populated, the other one not so much, blah, blah, blah. So, it's just kind of icky. I'm not sure if it has. I am unaware. Well, I don't know why they don't do it. I don't know why people don't make it cross-platform. It's fucking strange. It's super strange. Maybe it takes a lot more work, like more money, like what is it? It's so bizarre. I mean, these are like massive games though, coming up from like big companies. Like, do you think NetherRealm Studios is small? Like, you can afford to do it for sure. Yeah. If it's a small like indie company or something and you can't do it, okay, I understand, but like, bro, you got some big names making these games. Capcom and shit doing Street Fighter, like, I knew he was there, little bastard creature. Bastard creature. No. You know what I actually have here in Montreal? This is what I got. I get the peanuts. Console exclusives. How many people play console games? If you're a PC gamer, I feel like you don't play console games. Mostly. Me. You have all of them, but you only play PC? Makes sense. Isn't Bloodborne only PlayStation 3? Or whatever we're on, PS4? Huh. Why did they make it an exclusive? Isn't that kind of strange? I thought Bloodborne was like the coolest looking of the Souls games, to be honest. Personally, I like the aesthetic more than like the generic Dark Souls, but money. What do you mean money? If you put it on every console, you'd make even more money. Like, exclusives sell consoles. True, true. Very true. What's a new exclusive that's only on PC that's selling PCs? What's one of those? League of Legends? No, that's having people sell their PCs, bro. I feel like PCs don't really get, what's it called? They don't really get, exclusives, eh? I think I want to go play support after this. I want to play Kled support. It was pretty fun when I played it. More fun than this shit. Oh my god. Me? New Zelda? No. My girlfriend is, though. Why do you like challenges in games but not Dark Souls? I don't know. I think it's the idea of, it's like PvE. The challenge is like, it's like fabricated. You know, like once you get the pattern down, you kind of know type of deal.